There are times when you will be working on a lengthy or sophisticated document. Since you might be one of those sorry working stiffs who has a boss who can't operate a stapler without some help, a table of contents makes navigation through a document a breeze. You can actually start your table of contents as you create the document. Use style heading number 1 for major section titles, and styles 2 and 3 for headings of minor portions of the sections. I'm going to show you how to set up your table of contents for the first time, and then I'm going to show you how to adjust your table of contents with this one that I've already had established. Place your cursor in the document where you want the table of contents to appear the first time. Then you come up here to the References tab, and you come down over here to the Table of Contents group. Click on the Table of Contents down arrow, and you get some options. Now these built-in options can be handy. I personally prefer coming down here and clicking on Insert Table of Contents. That gives you this dialog box that's very, very powerful. It will give you a preview of whatever your table of contents is going to look like. So you can show the page numbers or not. You can right align the page numbers or not. Here allows you to set your tab leader. Right now it's set to none, but you can, if you'd like to, set it to any one of these formats. And you'll notice that as I set the tab leader, for heading number 1 and heading number 2, there are different size fonts and different degrees of boldness, and you'll notice that even the tab leaders have been formatted in a different way. Lines are pretty standard fare. You can come down here and change the format for the entire table of contents. So if you wanted to, say you wanted to go to fancy, it gives you a preview of what that's going to look like. And if you were so inclined, you could change the levels. So here, if you had style heading number 1, heading number 2, heading number 3, this is how they would appear in your table of contents. I personally prefer distinctive because that allows the different heading styles to be indented, and I just find that to be a pretty convenient thing. So if you just click OK, wherever you have your cursor, your table of contents is going to drop right there in this format. Once you do have a table of contents like I have in my document, anytime you click on OK, it's going to ask you if you want to import those changes on top of the table that you have built. So let me click OK here. And it says, do you want to replace the selected table of contents? The first time you do this, it'll just put it in for you. But every time after that, I'm just going to say yes. And I am now going to get a look here. And if I wanted to, I could very simply just click on this someplace, go back to my table of contents, come down here to Insert Table, and I could make any changes that I like. And it could be as simple as just getting rid of all the minor headings or whatever you like, changing the format, classic. If you click OK, it asks if you want to select to replace, and I say yeah. To recap, place the table of contents where you want it to be initially. Then, as you develop your document, you can make changes to the format or to the look. You can even change the number of headings that you have. And by the time you're done, you could have this thing set up, this table of contents set up, so navigation through your document can be a breeze.